I wanted to kind of just chat while I got ready. I just feel like I have a lot of thoughts that don't really fit into a certain segment of a video, but like a get ready with me, because I feel like typically get ready with me should be super chatty. But I wanted to just get ready, put some makeup on, and just talk about my honest thoughts about my first trimester. I'm officially in my second trimester. I am 15 weeks, almost 16 weeks pregnant. So I feel like I can finally say we're in the clear, and these are my thoughts on the first trimester. My first trimester was not horrible at all. Compared to what I've heard of other girls, I really did not have it that bad. I had this car sickness nausea that really would just linger throughout the day, so I wasn't ever 100%, which honestly I kind of hated because I didn't feel like I was showing up 100%, which I love to be on the go and I love to be very productive, so this was very humbling to me. And I was not prepared for that part, but I think I also wasn't prepared for how exhausted and fatigued I was. I was considerably more fatigued than I was nauseous. One of the things that I think I also just wasn't prepared for was how anxious I would be in the first trimester leading up to my 8-week appointment. I'm really not an anxious person. I really try to be type B when it comes to worrying and all that, and just truly trying to cling to the more positive things and just, I don't know, just not be a worrywart. And leading up to that 8-week appointment, it was very hard to not be that way, just because your mind always goes to the worst thing. And so literally every single night I was dousing myself in scripture. Sometimes I would sleep with my Bible open because I was just, the nighttime, that is where my mind raced. And so leading up to that 8-week appointment, I truly was a ball of emotions inside my head. Not necessarily I was outwardly emotional towards Kyle or anything, but I would say that in my mind I was very, very anxious, and a lot more anxious than I was expecting to be. But truly what got me through the first trimester with the nausea and just not feeling like yourself, not feeling good, but feeling good enough to do some things around the house. The thing that got me through was obviously scripture and just choosing to cling to truth instead of thinking of the worst. And obviously that doesn't mean that nothing bad isn't going to happen, but I was just really trying to cling on to God's word, and it helped a lot. The other thing that helped with my nausea, and I know that every pregnancy is different and everybody's lifestyle is different, but I know for a fact that my nausea, and I didn't throw up once, but my nausea wasn't that bad because of the amount of protein that I was eating. Whenever I would eat protein, my nausea would go away. And as long as I was on that in the morning, the day really was fine. But if I tried to eat a meal without eating any protein, it was game over. So a lot of times I was literally nibbling on a turkey stick, sausage stick with cheese. And I know that probably sounds so gross, but that's literally all I ate for breakfast. And then what else? I just think the lifestyle before you get pregnant is so important. And if I have any advice, it would be to be your healthy self before, because it really overflows into your pregnancy. And I think that that's why my pregnancy has been so smooth so far, is because of my lifestyle before, working out 4 to 5 times a week, making sure I'm hydrated. I was drinking electrolytes long before I got pregnant, eating protein, eating whole foods. I mean, it's just truly I have been doing that for the past, I would say dialed in the past 2 years. But I've been doing CrossFit for 4, and before I got pregnant, I was like, I kind of want to slow the intensity down a little bit. So I did Pilates and running and CrossFit and weightlifting. And so I just kind of been doing a mixture. And for the first trimester, my workout routine was really just, what are we feeling today? This is what we're going to do. And so I was doing some CrossFit workouts. I was doing some Pilates because Pilates is a little bit more low intensity, but it's still strength a little bit. Running, I tried to run as much as I could. But anyways, lifestyle over everything before you even get pregnant is so important. And that I know really, I know that made an effect on how smooth my pregnancy was, just because I was still able to work out. My nausea was there, but like not enough to like take me out for the whole day. One thing that I have just realized is like a myth with being pregnant is you actually aren't eating for two. You're just supposed to eat normally, like how you normally eat. And I think walking into pregnancy and like before I got pregnant and was just thinking about my body changing and like all these things that is just the stigma around pregnancy, people were just talking about, you know, weight gain and, oh, this is going to change and this is going to change. And honestly, like a lot has not changed for me. I've had 0 pregnancy cravings. I don't really think I've gained weight. If anything, I think I lost weight in the first trimester because I wasn't eating enough, because I just didn't really feel like it. My appetite, you know, hasn't really grown that much. But if anything, eating for two is like not even a thing. You're just supposed to eat like you normally do. And so every time somebody tells me, oh, you're eating for two, it's like, I'm actually not, you know, like you're just supposed to eat normally. So that was a myth that was kind of debunked. And honestly, I was just kind of like bracing myself when I found out I was pregnant for like all these things that I knew were going to happen to me. And overall, I really have had no reason to complain. And I think that we have this thing in our mind, like because we're going through this like big thing, that it is just an open invitation to complain all the time and find the worst of it. But it's actually been the opposite for me. I've actually like tried to stay away from complaining about all the things that I'm going through, because in the end it's a blessing. And yes, it's hard at times, but like, you know, the greatest gifts in the world, like they come with hard, and they come with like some type of pain. I don't know, just my thoughts are, pregnancy has not been as bad as I thought it was going to be leading up to it. We just have this thing in our minds of what pregnancy is going to look like because of what we see on social media or what, you know, society just tells us to expect. And I think that we expect those things because they tell us it, but then you actually go through it and you're like, oh, what are they talking about, you know? So that is a little rundown of my first trimester and just kind of where my headspace was at, kind of what I did throughout the first trimester. It honestly was smooth, and I am really happy to be pregnant this time of year because it's cozy season. I can wear oversized sweaters. I don't have to worry about tight fitting clothes right now, which I really love. And by the time, you know, summer gets here, I'll have my baby and I can, you know, we can have shorts on, and I'm just really excited for the timing of the baby and everything. I'm just really excited. And I usually get like in a seasonal slump by the time Christmas is over, because like all the holidays are over and it's just kind of cold and wintry, and there's not really anything to look forward to in January or February, in my opinion. But because we are having our baby in May and we live in a 1-bedroom barn situation, we're actually building on to our barn home, and we're building a 2nd bedroom starting in January, and that will become our bedroom, and this is actually going to become baby girl's nursery. So I actually have so much to look forward to this winter. I'm so excited. It's gonna keep me busy, and I just really think it's gonna make the time go by so quick when it comes to like her being here. And then the warm weather will come, and then we'll start working on the garden and planting seeds and, you know, just everything that comes with spring. And so these next few months are going to go by really quick, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me. I hope you guys are ready for just all the things that I'm sharing. I'm going to be sharing a lot of the renovations and the nursery reveal and just kind of doing things together, thrifting things, you know, getting all these things together. I really hope you guys are excited to come along. Today I wanted to show you guys a few things that I picked up over the weekend. Me and my mom actually hosted our annual Christmas market at her wedding venue, and I always try to pick up a few like gifts for people because we have local businesses come and their vendors there, and we try to stick with like handmade things because those are always really, really sentimental with gifts and stuff. But I wanted to show you a few things that I got, a little haul, would you say, of some things that I picked up. And the first one is gonna be this roll-on perfume from Meadows Bluff Farms. I love anything with essential oils, and this was $7, but this is such a good gift idea. If you have someone that like loves all natural things, and it's just a good gift. She had roll-on perfume, she had goat soap, she had essential oil stuff, like her things are fragrance with essential oils, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so good. And all I do is I just roll it on my wrists and then rub my wrists together, and then I'll put it on my neck too. Very sentimental and sweet gift. It would be great stocking stuffer ideas if you have like a local like farm that does stuff like that, or you're looking for ideas for somebody. I think especially for if they love the all natural stuff, roll-on perfume or just anything with essential oils would be great. The other thing that I got is something that I have been wanting for a while. It's been on my Pinterest board. I've been looking for one for literally forever, it feels like. And we had this vendor that did handmade clothing with quilted stuff. So she had quilted jackets. She had like, she handmade sewed everything, and her business name was Captivated Clothing. But I want to show you guys the quilted jacket that I got, and I'm so excited to wear it this winter. This is the quilted jacket that I got. Isn't this darling? It's giving like cottagecore, Love Shack fancy type vibes, but it even has a hood on the back, and it's just really sweet. I love patchwork stuff. I love quilted stuff. I've been wanting a quilted jacket for so long. It has pockets in the front. I just love this so much. I have been wanting one for what seems like forever, and she had tons of quilted jackets to choose from, and this is the one that I ended up going with. This quilted jacket was $55, which if you like know the market for quilted jackets and just the whole like rundown of how much they usually cost, like her pricing for her stuff was so good. $55 for a quilted jacket it's top tier, because usually I wasn't able to find a quilted jacket for under like 180, and I'm not even joking. So I thought this was just such a cute find that I wanted to share. If you are local to the area and you're watching this video, she does have a shop in Cambria, I think. I'm not really sure what shop it is, but her name is Captivated Clothing. You can look up her up on Facebook and find her store, but great lady. I love her message behind her clothing, and her prices are really good for the product that you're getting. All right, now that I'm done talking, let's head to a coffee shop. I'm gonna get some breakfast, kind of just have like a me date. I'm wanting to do a Bible study and get some coffee or a matcha. I'm not really sure what the mood I'm in. So we're gonna go to a coffee shop. It's still snowy outside, and we're just gonna enjoy the day together. I think I'm gonna hit up a thrift store and just kind of see what they have. I want to look for some baby clothes, maybe some things for baby girl's nursery. So let's spend the day together. Okay, I just got back from the thrift store and it was wonderful today. I have not been thrifting in so long, really regularly in a long time. I did go thrifting, it was either last week or the week before, and I got a few things. But this time I really went thrifting with the intention of getting some things for baby girl's nursery, because we are going to start renovation on our house in a month. So actually less than a month. So with all that, I just wanted to see if I could find a few things, just one less thing I have to worry or think about upcoming. So I wanted to give you guys a little haul. I found so many good things and I just love thrifting. I just love it. It is always just brings me joy to find things, and I just love finding things. So let's start off with what I found at Goodwill. So the first thing that I found were these faux tulips. I really love tulips. I love having like fresh flowers around the house, honestly, year round. I just think they're really pretty. I don't really know where I'm gonna put these yet, and I think that tulips always look fake to me. Even when they're real, they always look fake. So faux tulips to me look so good. I'm pretty sure these could have been from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, but I did get some faux tulips from Goodwill. These were $2.86. Really cute. This is just a really fun and easy way to elevate anything. I don't really know where I'm going to use this yet, but I saw these and I was like, yeah, I'm going to take these home with me. I am excited to style them eventually whenever Christmas is over, or if I put them in baby girl's nursery. There's just so many options I have. So these were the first thing that I thrifted. They're so cute. Now, I haven't really shared a lot of what my inspo is for baby girl's nursery, but I'm going with like a vintage whimsical look. I want it to be very cottagecore. I want to do like a sage green color and like a pink color, kind of like a dusty rose, very vintage pink color, gold. Just whimsical cottagecore vintage, and the fact that she's born in the springtime, I'm just excited to play around with that too. But I've just been trying to find like vintage things that I think that would look cute in her nursery. And when I first walked into Goodwill today, they had this whole shelf of these types of bunnies. Somebody had guests drop them off, and I found this little sugar for her nursery. Now this will be obviously most for decoration, you know, in the first couple years of her life, but I just think it's so cute. It's the exact look I'm going for. It is just the sweetest little thing. It has little ribbons, like little bows at the top. I don't really know how much these cost new, but it was $7 from the thrift store, so it must be expensive if you don't buy it from the thrift store. But anyways, that was the first thing that I got for her nursery, like doll-like, and I just think it's so cute. So got that. You guys know that I cannot pass up a mug, and I loved this one because of this cute little detail on the little holder of it. It's got like little flowers and just really sweet. Another cappuccino mug. And for my baby shower, I want to use like teacups for the guests and everybody. So even if like I don't use it, I'm gonna use it for my baby shower. So I got that for $2. I have been debating on really getting any more Christmas items just because it's already December. It's not gonna be up that much, but I am wanting to start a Christmas village collection now so that when our girl is older, she can enjoy it. But this one actually plugs up and lights up, and I really liked this one. It was just really sweet, and I do have a place for it, but it has this little wreath on the side, and I love just like the cottage look of this house. I just think it's so cute. It has little bows by the doors. I just really loved this one. The next thing that I found at Renew were these oversized knit striped pants. They're like a mustard yellow. I am obsessed with stripes, and I'm obsessed with anything that is comfy, especially now that I'm pregnant. I am not gonna be wearing jeans when I'm like, I mean, I might, but anything that can go under the belly. And so these were $4. They are from Shein, I guess that's how you say it. But I thought the quality was like from Target or whatever. So I got those. I thought they were cute, and I can wear them in the winter and postpartum. So I really liked those. I haven't shopped the books section in general at the thrift store, but I found so many good finds for her nursery, and I'm gonna give you a little haul of all the books that I got. First up is this Peter Rabbit book. It kind of just goes through the alphabet, and it uses Peter Rabbit like story as an example. I thought that was really sweet. I love Peter Rabbit, so I'm excited for that. And then I used to love reading Angelina Ballerina growing up, so she is just super darling, and so I got Angelina Ballerina for her. The graphics in this book are so beautiful and just so darling, and I love that. And then we got Mouse Tales, and then this little book about spring. I got this book for my mom to have at her house, but it just talks about like being grandma's girl, and just talks about the relationship between a granddaughter and her grandmother. And so I just thought it was really sweet. So I got that for my mom to have at her house. This one is Today and Always, This is True, God Loves You. And so it's just like a little godly affirmation book. And then Guess How Much I Love You. This book's actually from like the 1990s because it has a little note from a mom to her son from 1998, which is crazy. And then I got this Lift the Flat Bible. I think this would be super cute for her when she when she's not like completely old enough to like read the Bible, but we want to set a foundation. I thought that was really sweet. And then the last one that I got was this the baby's lap book. That is all of my thrift haul. I hope you guys enjoyed going through all that. I'm really excited to just see all these thrift items in action and see the journey of where they end up. But we're gonna find a place for my little Christmas village, so let's do that. One of the things that I have kind of been neglecting, it's just one of those tasks where you know you have to do it, but it kind of stresses you out thinking about doing it, but you're overstimulated every time you see the area, and that is my closet. I'm trying to approach this holiday season with just kind of being organized before I get like new things that I wanted. Maybe it's new clothes, and so I'm just trying to be mindful of that. So I wanted to take some time, especially since it's so cold outside and I'm stuck in the house anyways, to do something productive, and that would be cleaning out my closet. And because we are moving our room to the other room in, you know, a couple months, it would just be easier if I've already done this. So let's clean out this closet together. It'll be a lot. I don't know if you can tell, but this closet is busting out the seams. Okay, we did some damage. This is all going to the thrift store. I'm not even gonna mess with selling it on Facebook because I feel like that is just a hassle and it ends up staying here longer than I want. So this is the pile that we ended up with.